It's Friday, October 14th, 2022, and welcome to episode 24 of the Alameda Postcast, an audio service of the Alameda Post. I'm your host, Scott Piehler. In this edition of the Postcast, transportation and the upcoming election are front and center. Our fall avian visitors have returned, and if you want blood, you've got it. These stories and more on this episode of the Alameda Postcast. Our top story: the City of Alameda Planning Board held a workshop on October 10th to receive public comment on the draft Alameda Active Transportation Plan. The plan describes the work needed over the next 8 years to make Alameda a city where people of all ages and abilities feel comfortable walking, biking, or rolling as a preferred method of transportation. Its goals are to reduce roadway fatalities and injuries, reduce auto congestion, and enhance public health and quality of life. To achieve its goals, the plan proposes 30 infrastructure improvements and 31 programs to support and encourage a culture of active transportation. Active transportation refers to walking and bicycling, as well as using wheelchairs, mobility scooters, push and electric scooters, electric bikes, skateboards, and new and evolving shared mobility options, such as bike share. An interesting note, one to think about as you schedule your day: more than 60% of trips in Alameda are taken by automobile, despite more than 60% of those trips being 3 miles or less in length. The board is still seeking public input on the project. You've got multiple opportunities to make your voice heard. For a look at how you can participate, see Karen Jensen's article at alamedapost.com. The following day, staff from the City of Alameda Transportation Planning Division and Kittleson and Associates held a virtual community workshop for the Clement Avenue Tilden Way project. Nearly 30 attendees joined this second round of outreach to learn about the latest progress on the subject, which would extend the Cross Alameda Trail and install a roundabout that will replace the existing intersection at Blanding Avenue, Tilden Way, and Fernside Drive. The project will be a small but crucial piece of the Cross Alameda Trail, which is designed to provide a safe and protected crosstown bicycling and walking route from Seaplane Lagoon Ferry Terminal to Miller-Sweeney Bridge. The project proposal includes 2 alternatives for the extension. Alternative A continues only the Cross Alameda Trail and open space to a new mid-block crosswalk across Tilden Way. Alternative B also includes a westbound-only extension of Clement Avenue, beginning at a new intersection at Tilden Way. Public comment was largely favorable, with most respondents preferring option A. The Transportation Commission will vote on an updated concept presented by Kittleson Associates on Wednesday, January 25th. Pending the Commission's approval, the City Council will discuss the project in February or March of 23. For further details, see Ken Durr's article at alamedapost.com. Election Day is less than a month away, and as you can imagine, a lot to talk about. Do yourself a favor and bookmark alamedapost.com/election. There you'll find the latest information you need to make an informed decision on November 8th. Coming up this weekend, the Alameda Post will be presenting our inaugural Candidates Forum at the Mastic Senior Center on Santa Clara on Saturday, October 15th. The Mayor's Forum will run from 2 to 3 p.m. with the City Council candidates taking the stage from 3:30 until 5:30. Each Alameda Candidate Forum will consist of a half dozen questions or more, with candidates having up to 2 minutes to answer. Candidates will also have a minute to introduce themselves and 3 minutes for a closing statement. We asked the community to submit and vote on 3 questions for the candidates. Thanks to Jason, Beth, and Heidi for their questions. The top 3 vote getters were: do you support the current draft of Alameda's housing element, and will you work to ensure its certification by the state? If not, why? What are your concrete plans for managing traffic on and off the island with all the new housing? And how will you assist Alameda to continue as a safe environment for children and adult inhabitants? The Alameda Post has reserved the social hall at Mastic Senior Center on Santa Clara Avenue, which offers plenty of parking, access to public transit, and seating for up to 300 audience members. There is no charge for admission. Attendees are respectfully requested to be current with their COVID vaccinations and boosters and encouraged to wear masks indoors during the event. The organizers will try to make sure the venue has as much fresh airflow as possible. The Post will produce video of the Alameda Candidate Forum, and that will be made freely available online soon after the event. Our own Dennis Evanowski has compiled the definitive voter's guide for November 8th, including links to resources for the entirety of the ballot, drop box locations, early voting times, and more. If you wish to drop your ballot off, there are 3 drop box locations: City Hall on Santa Clara, the Bay Farm Island Library, and the College of Alameda. Early in-person voting begins Saturday, October 29th at Central Baptist Church on Central Avenue. A week later, 5 more voting centers will open. Dennis even shows you how you can register to track your ballot to ensure your vote counts. This helpful article is at alamedapost.com/election. While you're there, you'll want to read Ken Durr's article on the recent mayoral candidate forum co-presented by Bike Walk Alameda and Community Action for a Sustainable Alameda, also known as CASA. During the forum, Mayor Marilyn Ezzy Ashcraft clarified her recent no vote on the Grand Street Improvement Project. She also proposed having the City Council reevaluate the project in early November based on discussions with BWA. The candidates discussed transportation, climate issues, and housing. Candidate Trish Herrera-Spencer discussed safety and reliability on AC transit buses and suggested improved bus tracking and additional onboard cameras to improve rider experience. Barack D. Obama Shaw recommended incentives for carpoolers and cyclists and discussed the importance of open communications with the public. For a full look at the results of the forum, visit alamedapost.com/election. On the subject of AC Transit, due to long-term construction, AC Transit Line 19 is being detoured from Buena Vista to Lincoln between Sherman and Grant. 2 Line 19 to Fruitvale BART stops are closed. That would be Buena Vista at Sherman and Buena Vista at Stanton. Instead, catch the bus at Sherman Street on the north side of Eagle and Lincoln Avenue at the east side of Peru. Both of these are new stops. The Line 19 to downtown Oakland stop, Buena Vista at Stanton, is closed. Head over instead to Lincoln Avenue at the west side of Peru for the new stop. Fall means shorter days, cooler nights, and the return of migratory shorebirds. American avocets, marbled godwits, and more travel the Pacific Flyway. Some will stop for the winter, while others just take a quick break on Alameda as they head to their winter residence. Join me in welcoming Cheryl Nelson Embry of the Golden Gate Audubon Society as a new contributor to the Alameda Post. Head to alamedapost.com/features to learn more about our feathered friends. Halloween's right around the corner. Yours truly spent a fair amount of time in community and scholastic theater. I picked up a few tricks along the way. It's my pleasure to share one of those, shall we say, hacks with you. Yes, my favorite recipe of the season, fake blood. Affordable, effective, and tasty. Up your costume game without killing your budget. You'll find the recipe at alamedapost.com/features. Now a look at upcoming events of interest to the Alameda community. Unless otherwise noted, details for these events can be found at alamedapost.com/events. Lots to choose from this weekend. Friday is for art. 2 exhibits at the Frank Betts Center, Rediscover and Generations. From 6 to 8 on Friday, enjoy the reception for the Rediscover exhibit, while you also take in Generations, as 3 generations of Warrenburg women display their art. Afterwards, head over to the Healing Garden on Webster as the West Alameda Business Association presents this month's second Friday Arts Stroll. Friends of the Alameda Animal Shelter have picked Roaring Twenties as the theme for After the Ball 2022. Come to the historic Elks Ballroom on Santa Clara for the first fully in-person FAAS fundraiser since 2019. The Alameda Comedy Club joins the fun as they change things up and present That Swing Thing. There's a beginner's East Coast swing lesson from 7 to 7:45, followed by social dancing from 8 to 11. From big band to electro swing, get ready to hit the dance floor. Saturday, don't forget the Post Candidates Forum. Sunday brings shopping. Check out the Alameda Rock and Roll Flea Market at Dash Cellars and Urban Legends Cellars from 9 to 6 on Monarch Street. Once you're finished there, you can check out the monthly Head West Marketplace at Hangar 1. Details for these events at alamedapost.com/events. Another big event on Alameda Point this weekend, the Alameda edition of the Beer City Festival, brings some of the best breweries in the region together, along with great food. Details at beercityfest.com/Alameda. On the subject of beer, congratulations to our own Almanac and Faction breweries for taking home some hardware from the Great American Beer Festival. Almanac took gold in the mixed culture Brett beer division for Farmers Reserve Plum, while Faction received the top prize in the American Cream Ale category with 1970s Lager, as well as snagging a bronze for their Pale 586 in the International Pale Ale division. Cheers! That's it for this episode of the Alameda Postcast. Visit our website, alamedapost.com/newsletter to sign up for our weekly newsletter. It's free and will never sell or give your personal information to anyone. Don't forget, you can support the Post by becoming a member. There's a support level for every budget, some really cool rewards, but rest assured our content will never move behind a paywall. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Find the Postcast wherever you get your podcasts, or simply tell your smart device to play the Alameda Postcast podcast. I'm Scott Piehler. I'll be back next Friday with episode 25 of the Alameda Postcast.